Hey guys, what's going on? A couple of my friends have been asking about how my transmission rebuild's going on, so I thought I'd do a little video and show you what was happening. A lot of people haven't seen the inside of a transmission before, so I thought I'd show you what's going on. So this is the main shaft right here. This is the counter shaft. This is the input that comes out of the motor. So your clutch actually hangs on to this section right here. The pilot bearing goes right in here, and your clutch actually attaches to this spline. And then that torque and power goes through this shaft and eventually gets connected to this shaft, and then it comes out of the counter shaft and goes to the secondary shaft, goes to the propeller shaft, to the diff, and then out to the wheels via the axles. So how does it all work and what makes it so amazing? Well, I'm going to split these guys apart. And here is the main shaft. So what's interesting about the main shaft is the gears that are on here are sitting on bearings. So here's third gear, here's fourth, here's fifth, and here's sixth. Whoops. And here's sixth. So if you notice, I was turning those bearings and the shaft is not moving at all. The bearings are not attached to the shaft, not permanently anyway. These two gears are actually part of the shaft. So what allows the gears to engage is actually you. So when you shift with the shifter, there's a shift fork which actually actuates what's called the sleeve, the Syncro Sleeve. This is the Syncro Sleeve right here. And what the sleeve does is it moves between the two gears. So this sleeve is in between fifth and sixth gear. So if you actuate the shifter into fifth gear, it'll actually move a shift fork, which is almost shaped like my hand right here, and it'll move this sleeve and lock in to fifth gear. Just get a little tug. Now it's in fifth gear. And now, notice that fifth gear is not loose anymore. It's now attached to the shaft. And the way it's attached to the shaft is via this sleeve, this center hub right here, which is kind of silver colored, and there's also synchro rings, which are these brass guys. There's one on each side. So this is the synchro ring for sixth gear. This is the synchro ring, the brass guy right here is the synchro ring for fifth gear. And you can see a tiny little spring right there. Just kind of helps the sleeve go back and forth. Anyhow, the hub is actually what is attached to gears on this thing. And so now you're actually in fifth gear. Here, sixth gear. And when you're in neutral, all these gears are free spinning. So when you're in neutral, the motor's actually spinning, but the car's not moving. That's because nothing's engaged via the synchros. So to get power back to your wheels, this thing has to be connected. And so the way it connects is just like this. Connects to the counter shaft like that. If you notice, these gears are fixed right here. It's this small one right here, this one, and this one. So this is actually the one for third, fourth, and fifth, and this is the one for sixth. Now, second gear is free running here. This is second gear. Notice the shaft isn't moving. This is first, and this is third. You can, or sorry, not third, reverse. So if you notice, reverse is also a different direction with the gears. And these all have synchros as well. You can see the synchro set here. Again, this is the sleeve, and underneath is a hub, and the brass guys are the synchro rings. Reverse has its own little synchro as well, so you can see it pop in and out right there. So the problem with this guy is it wouldn't go into second gear, and you can see that it'll go into first. Just got to give it a little tug here. There, it's into first gear. But it won't go into second, and the reason why it won't go into second is because this sleeve is damaged, and it won't allow the sleeve to connect the hub to this second gear right here. Anyhow, that's how it's all going, and that's how it all works. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.